إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين ونستغفره، نعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد. I greet you all with the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and the blessing of Almighty Allah be with you all. I'd like to welcome you all for reviewing Quran word by word by Muhammad S. Adly of Columbia, South Carolina. And inshallah today we're going to be working in Surah 102, which is Surah At-Takathur. 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 Having more and more and more. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Those who have the book, please refer to page number 7. If you don't, you can get your Quran and look to Surah 102. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر. كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون. كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. Who would like to read page number 7, translation? Jamila.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The translation. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the bestower of mercy. Rival for abundance, gain, distract you, until you visit the grave, until you die and are buried. Nay, you will eventually come to know. Again, nay, you will eventually come to know. Nay, if you were to know your fate, you certainly, with certainty, you would have act differently. You would surely see the hellfire. Again, you would surely see it with the eye of certainty. Then on that day, you will definitely be questioned about pleasures you enjoyed in this world.
Thank you very much. Sister Fatima, are you there?
Uh,
Sister Amina, are you there? Sister
Sister Amina,
Anisa, are you there? Sister Jamila, are you there?
I'm still here.
Okay, so go ahead and read it again, please,
Read it over again? Okay.
if you don't mind.
In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the bestower of mercy. Rival for abundance, gain distracts you until you visit the grave, until you die and are buried. Nay, will you eventually come to know? Again, nay, will you eventually come to know? Nay, if you were to know your fate, you certainly, with certainty, you would have acted differently. But you will surely see the hellfire. Again, you will surely see it with the eye of certainty. Then on that day, you will definitely be questioned about pleasures you enjoyed in this world.
Jazakallah khairan. Alright, this Surah 102, and the name of it is At-Takathur. What is At-Takathur? That means the building up, accumulating a lot and a lot, a lot. Of what? Children, women, cars, houses, name it. Material thing, focusing in this dunya. There is nothing wrong for you to have money, children, cars, houses, as long as you fearing Allah in it, utilizing it to be a vehicle for you to the hereafter. As example, when you see some people, they could not go to their jobs in Jum'ah, at least Jum'ah, you see, because now the shop, the office, the degree became Akbar, not Allahu Akbar. We may say it with our tongue, but our action is saying something different. And this is cause the people to be distracted. This is what is al-hakum. Okay? Al-hakum became make you neglect something something distracted you. You suppose when you come back from the school, at least you take a small nap, get a meal, after this take a nap, and after this you're going to do your homework and. But how many people they're going to be get busy with the TV, with the internet in general, talking to so and so and so. Now, when you go tomorrow to the class, to the school, you didn't have your homework or you have it halfway. So, this internet and these rooms and these movies and whatever it is that you became a means of distraction to you and make you neglecting what you were supposed to. So Allah telling us, and this is the general of people in general, most of them save them, those whom Allah protect them and help them. That they did not have children and have money, and no, but it became a obstacle in their way to perform their duties towards Allah. So instead of be grateful and thankful to what Allah gave you, share it, utilizing it, now you try to be greedy and have more and more and more, and make you don't even have time for the mosque, you don't have time for your wife, you don't have time to discipline your children. So it became a lahu, it became beguiling you, taking you out of track. You see, like the train on a track. So you imagine if a train get out of track. So this was human being, most of them, or at least some of them, they became beguiled by the favor of Allah. In the meantime, they forgotten Allah. And they continued doing these things until what happened? Until they went to the grave. They went to the grave, that means they died. That's too late now to do any good deed, to make salah, to give your zakah, to go to the mosque. It's too late. So you were so occupied with the piling up, dollar over dollar, hundred over hundred, thousand over a thousand, and a car after a car, and a woman after a woman, and keep going like this. حتى until زرتم المقابر, and say visiting, because your transfer or beckon you from the dunya, but you in the grave, is not forever. This is almost like exactly you go to visit somebody. When you go visit somebody, you don't move your stuff with you. You don't stay there the whole day or the whole week. It's called ziyarah, called a visitation. So the grave is a temporary station between the dunya and the akhirah, between this temporary life and the hereafter. And when we go, when Allah resurrected us, now we're going to be questioned about, okay? And say, you will get to know. And with surety, you get to know. But knowing in the day of a judgment is be too late. So if you was not praying in this dunya, what you going to do in the akhirah? The akhirah is not a place for deed. It's a place to harvest, to get the result. Okay? He say, you continue busy with the dunya until you went to the grave, you're dead now, and after this, you will get to know the reality. That these things was supposed to be a tools to bring you closer to Allah, not for you to worship it instead of Allah, not to fall in love of the dunya and the material thing, and day and night, all what you do, school, 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 office, 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 jogging, 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 okay? But a wise person, he make time for Allah, time for his family, time for his relaxation, okay? But you could not be given, as example, 8 hours towards your work, and after this you don't see the mosque for the whole week other than Friday. And you go there for Jum'ah and you run away. You see? So our action is saying that we really get beguiled by this material thing in this dunya. And if the people are not going to wake up, they're going to be surprised by death and will be too late to change. And Allah say, you will get to know, and for sure, you will get to know the result of what you did in this life. If you pray or not, did you give your zakah or not? Did you discipline your children or not? Did you take them to Islamic school or throw them in the public school? Okay, all these things you're going to be questioned. Okay, and
Okay.
and you will see what's there, nothing except what you had planned in this dunya. So if you was too much about the dunya, you will get to see her fire, and it's going to be ilm al-yaqeen. It's truly real, and it's going to be real of the real. Ilm al-yaqeen, with certainty. You will see what? You will going to see hellfire. And with no doubt. And in that day, what's going to happen? ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. In that day, which is the day of judgment, you be questioned about all the pleasures that Allah give you. So how we say Alhamdulillah by action? How we be grateful and thankful to all these favors and the blessings that Allah give us? If it's children, if it's money, if it's a house, if it's time, if it's health. The proper way that you are not going to be distracted by this material, that you do not put it to be your goal, but you found it to make it to be a means to please Allah. So instead of your money ride you, okay, you need to ride your money. What does this mean? That mean make the money a means to bring you closer to Allah. Give it zakah. Help the poor and the needy. If Allah give you knowledge, so don't bring, you understand, get a degree after degree after degree. What's the end of all these degrees? Are you sharing this information? Are you acting according what you learn? So we don't want to be among those people that when they day of judgment, Allah questions them about all the pleasures that He gives them. They have no question. They have no answer. They utilize it in different ways. It's not pleasing to Allah. The time is a gift. The money is a gift. The children and the wife is a gift. The husband is a gift. All this na'im, pleasure, gifts from Allah. And you're going to be questioned in the day of judgment about all the pleasure you've been given. So let's try to utilize the gifts of Allah as a vehicle towards Allah and carrying our obligation in a way that pleasing to Allah, so not to be sorry in the day of judgment.
Amen.
One word here we need to learn it. المقابر. حتى زرتم المقابر. What is المقابر? The graveyard. This is a station, a home of everybody. Doesn't matter you black, you white, you male, female, you a soldier, you president, you doesn't. Everybody going to visit. Not visit for entertainment, because say zurtum, because the visitors, whenever he go to visit, he doesn't stay there forever. So remember, when you are in this dunya, you are here for temporary time. So when we go to the graves, we are not going to be there forever. We are going for ziyarah, visitation, temporary station between the dunya and the akhirah, between this life and the hereafter. تعلمون تعلمون تعلمون. You see, repeat it 3 times. From ilm. Excuse me. The word تعلمون, to get to know. And what we learn called ilm, the knowledge, the word ilm. And Allah علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. He taught the man what he doesn't know. This is 2 words here that we need to know and to be familiar with it. The word al-jahim. Al-jahim. This is one of the names of hellfire. The word al-na'im. And the word ni'mah. Na'im and ni'mah. وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. The pleasures. Na'im, many. Let's be grateful. Let's be thankful. Let's try to prepare for our temporary visitation, which in the grave. Do as much as you can, good deed, okay? And that you're going to be questioned in the day of judgment. And whatever that you plan today, you're going to harvest the result in the day of judgment. Any question concerning the surah? And we have, did Fatima come yet? Say no.
No, she's not here. Sister Anissa is here. Not sure
Sister
who's.
Anissa, would you like to read for us, Sister Anissa? Holy Sister Anissa, please. We're going to give you a different homework.
Okay.
Thank you. I want you to page number 12, general summary. Page number 12.
Yes.
It says,
General summary.
yes, ma'am.
The reality for many people in the world is that their avarice for worldly gains and for amassing the greatest amount of material possessions possibly distracts them from the true purpose of their existence, to worship Allah. For most of these people, their thirst for the fleeting pleasures of this world would not be quenched until they are dead and buried in their graves. It is then and only then that they will realize the horrible consequences of this materialism. How insignificant will these worldly pleasures seem in comparison to the spiritual price their owners will be forced to pay?
Okay, yes, please, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Lessons from the surah.
Lessons from the surah. Man is by nature inherently greedy and covetous. His covetousness will persist until his dying time. It is man's duty to strive to control this passion for material possessions rather than allow him to be controlled by it. If man allows worldly pleasures to distract him from fulfilling the purpose of his existence, he will sorely regret it. It is an obligation to believe in the hellfire and to believe that all people will see it with the eye of certainty, leaving no room for denial on the day of resurrection. Man will be asked about his form of pleasure and every divine favor bestowed upon him. Was he thankful for it? Did he fulfill his obligations towards Allah regarding it? Did he avoid using the favors as a means to do evil rather than as a means to do good? Alhamdulillah.
Thank you very much. Would you hold for a second, guys, please?
Sure. Okay.
All right. Anybody have any comments, any question, any correction, anything related to this surah?
I have a comment. My
Excuse.
brother, who's not Muslim,
Okay.
and I've been Muslim for 40 years, called me yesterday, and I must have left such an impression upon them when I first became a Muslim 40 years ago, because he always tells me something about Islam. He said yesterday, he said, "Sis, you came down too hard with us about your religion." And I only have to say a few things to them 40 years ago because they were denying me, they struck me down, and they never forgot the little tiny things that I said to them that would have taken them to the same place that I am if they had a heart to submit. And I've been thinking about that all day. So this really brings back a memory. Reading this brings back a memory that my people, they are still killing me over and over and over for me accepting this religion, Al-Islam.
SubhanAllah.
And I would never give it up.
May Allah strengthen you, sister, and strengthen all of us. Temptation is going to be always, and people blocking our way, but we have to always seek help in Allah to firm us in this deen. We are not better than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Prophet, he himself, he used to call in Allah, say, Ya muqallib al-qulub, thabbit qalbi ala dinak. Oh Allah, you is the one who turn hearts, right or left. Keep my heart firm in your deen. Some people, they deviate because money, because possession, because different reason. So the whole life is about temptation, and everything want to take you a different direction. And we seek help in Allah and in Allah alone, that He keep us firm in the deen until we die on Islam, as He say, وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. And don't die unless you are in a full and total submission to Allah. So as long we are in this life, we're going to have a temptation. And it can come from different direction, different people, different methodology. Some people can go straight because money, because women, because possession, and whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him strength and support him. This is the ones that are going to make it, inshallah. Thank you for sharing with us. Any comments, any question, any correction, any addition, deletion? Please kindly go over the surah again and make sure that you read it and learn a few words to build your Islamic vocabularies, inshallah. Looking forward to see you at 7
Can I try to read it, Shaykh Adly?
Who's this, Jamila?
Yeah. It's a hard surah for me, but can I try?
Okay. We give you a chance. Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألهاكم التكاثر
التكاثر التكاثر التكاثر التكاثر. I always say, when you have a trouble with a word, make it syllables. Break it to pieces. One letter, two letters together, three letters, and after this, slowly, slowly, and after this, you go fast. So, as example, let me say I am the one here. Try to learn the word. I'll go say أت 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 كا التكا التكاثر التكاثر التكاثر. So make it syllables, make it the syllables. ألهاكم التكاثر ألهاكم التكاثر ألهاكم التكاثر كم التكاثر ال no go after me please. ألهاكم ألهاكم ألهاكم. You see? أتى أتى كا أتى كا كا أتى كا ثر أتى كاثر التكاثر التكاثر. Yes. Always try to break it to syllables, piece by piece. ألهاكم التكاثر ألهاكم التكاثر. Go ahead. حتى
زرتم مقابر كلا سوف
No sin فتحة سا.
كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم يقين لتركنا جحيم
الجحيم
ثم
لا ترونها لا ترونها لا ترونها لا ترون نها لا ترونها لا ترونها
عين
عين اليقين
ثم لتسألن يومئذ
عن النعيم عن النعيم عن النعيم عن النعيم عن 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 عن
عين
ع ع ع ع عان عان
عين
عان
عين
عن ع
عين
ع ن
نين
نعيم
نعيم.
عن
Okay.
عن
نين
عن
Okay.
عن النعيم عن
نين
النعيم عن النعيم.
نين نعيم.
Yes.
Okay, I'll leave it like that.
No, you doing good. You doing good. Keep trying. Like I say, keep trying. No problem.
I'm just not familiar with these different
No
these
problem. Don't worry about it.
here.
Don't worry
Not
about it.
familiar with.
Keep repetition and inshallah you will get it. You're doing good. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you again tonight or this evening, 7 o'clock Eastern
Inshallah.
Time. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
سبحانك
Inshallah.
اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. Allah knows best. جزاكم الله خيرا.
Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام.